There always needs to be relationship in order to be separate. You in relationship with someone or something. There's a belief that there is an end to you and a beginning of something else. There's something else that begins out there that's separate from me. In practical terms, this is what can be described. There is Lisa and Khaleesi and Cassidy in this house, but in the experience there is never an inside or outside, and this is the most important part. But we as humans tend to believe what we think more than what's actually happening. So what we think reality is more than what reality actually is. So in the experience, there is no outside of you and there is no inside of you. In thoughts, in words, in time, then that's what it seems that there is Lisa, there is Cassidy, there is Khaleesi, there is my drink, there is my iPhone, there is Siri, there is cushion, there is chair. In time, that seems to be the case. But in actuality, in the actual experience, which is the most important, there is no inside or outside, but the human is totally lost in the dream of itself, in the dream of words, in the dream of time. It believes that's the only reality and that me and you are the way things are, that self and other, that division is the way things are. But what's actually happening right now? Is there an outside of presence? Is there an outside of knowing of this? But that's too far out there for even most people to see that who they believe they are is something which is appearing rather than an experience. That who they think they are, this person inside this body, this tightly contracted energy, is an experiencer rather than an experience. And if it's an experience appearing in this, then there isn't a divided reality because all things are appearances. They're not reality. So if you is an appearance, so is the other equally. They're both appearances appearing in the kaleidoscope of this dream. So in experience, you can see that there's something experiencing the person, and the person isn't the experiencer. But the experiencer is non-located. It's not found. It's not something that you can find. You can't look back there and find it. The experiencer is not located. It is everywhere and nowhere. It is the knowing of all things, which is all things, and it's not one thing. So now you appear, and you might appear with this thought that's like, what's she talking about? I do not understand. But my, she has a very beautiful fringe. Look how she's cut her fringe. Yes, I wonder if I could have a fringe like that. And that feels like you. But notice that person is being experienced. That one that's having the conversation is known. It's being watched. It's not the actual knower of things. It's being watched. It is known. That's massive. That's really profound. So if you see that who you think you are is an experience appearing in it and not the actual experiencer, then there is a huge shift in the way life is. Because suddenly, if you is an appearance as well, this isn't a divided universe. It means there is no inside and outside of experiencing. Therefore, who you truly are is not divided. The other is contained in you as that divine, as that hugeness. Yakata! Isn't that wonderful? I mean, this is just profound, shocking. So even that one that thinks it understands what I say is also known. It is also an experience. That's being seen, that's appearing. So something sees that. But that one looks back and it's like, oh, brain freeze, like after eating an ice cream. Oh, it looks back on itself, trying to see itself. But it can't. It is being seen. So it tries to look back and understand what I say, but it's being seen. So Lisa is being experienced. So the appearance of Lisa, so Lisa isn't really appearing as much now. So vague, Lisa, but there's an appearance of Lisa and there's an appearance of Khaleesi. But who I am, who's speaking, is that boundless knowing. Is the experiencer, which is non-located, but yet all things. It isn't found anywhere, yet it knows it all. And the knowing isn't removed from what's appearing. And this profoundly changes the character. So Lisa is profoundly changed, and lots of it's disappeared. But Lisa still has her flavour, she still has a neurosis, she still has her beauty, she still has her quirks and personality, she still looks like that bundle of energy of Lisa, but Lisa is no longer the experiencer. The experiencer is non-located, is not a location, and is all things. Everywhere and nowhere. It knows itself, but not from a location. It looks through this body, but the perceiver cannot be found. It perceives as if it's looking from this angle, but it cannot be found in this world. Everything in this world is a perception, is perceived. Or you could even say everything in this world is perceiving. It's amazing. So you think, oh, what's she talking about? Oh, should I go and play soccer tonight or not? Don't play soccer, you're terrible at soccer, everyone will laugh at you for playing soccer. Oh, why do you always get down on yourself? Da, 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 da. And notice that one that's so involved in itself, that tight bound energy that believes it's choosing, is being experienced. Who experiences that? Who knows that? Me, 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 me. Who? The reason why the energy stays in being bound, in being someone, is because as soon as it separates, it then believes its mission is to find wholeness again. But it believes wholeness is in time. So it begins this mechanism like spinning a wheel, like it gets faster and faster and faster. It believes that it will find it in the next thing. And then it keeps adding to itself. It keeps moving faster and faster and faster, trying to find it. And it keeps growing in the next thing. It becomes a seeker, always looking for wholeness. As soon as it separates, it longs for itself again. It feels like there's something missing, and it's always trying to find that thing that's missing. And the more and more it plays that game, the stronger and stronger the game gets, because it can never find it. It can never be found in the flow of things. And then after 30 or 40 years of the game, a lot of people begin to feel uncomfortable, but begin to feel dead or begin to feel hopeless. And then if you're more sensitive, there tends to be an exploration of this subject. Why am I alive?